Welcome back. Or if we haven't met before, I'm Bev, a counseling hypnotherapist and co-founder of Rosy Window Productions. Thank you for joining us today in this 5th episode of Through a Rosy Window and Into Wellness. This series is for you, the parent and the caregiver. And we hope that as we move through this 10-part series, you'll find some resources that will enrich your well-being and that you can share with your whole family. In this episode, we will take a closer look at incorporating the concept of gratitude into our daily lives, recognizing that although it can enhance joy and well-being, gratitude is not a natural emotion. It is a learned behavior, and it is never too early or too late to begin practicing gratitude. Do you know that person who always seems to look on the bright side? You know, the one that finds a silver lining in every cloud, always making the best of a situation, always grateful for what they have, even though it might not seem like much. Some of these people were lucky enough to have a parent or two that modeled these attitudes. Some adults have made a conscious effort to shift their thoughts from negative to positive. And as we discussed in episode 2, Reframing, we can become more positive. Feeling appreciative can help us with that. But why is this important? We can look at the studies that have been conducted on feeling grateful, and time and again, we can see that it enhances our life experience. In the Emmons and McCullough study on gratitude, the participants tasked with writing weekly about what they were grateful for not only reported feeling more optimistic about their lives, but also exercised more and had fewer visits to their doctor. Psychologist Dr. Martin Seligman's research compared writing gratitude letters to other positive psychology interventions and found that this practice had a greater impact on all the participants' happiness scores. Further to the findings reported by participants in self-reflective feedback forms, there were also differences found in brain activity. Those who make it a practice have increased sensitivity to future experiences of gratitude. The more you practice, the easier it gets. Old habits die hard. So let's look at getting some new positive gratitude habits started. What we are grateful for can be as unique and individual as each person. So we don't need to think about what someone else might be grateful for. Let's just take stock and see what we have to appreciate. Start a daily list. Add something new every day. There are people, your home, a temporary home, your health, education opportunities. There are so many things around you to be grateful for. Once you begin modeling this attitude of gratitude, your children and those around you will surely begin to notice. But you don't need to leave it to chance. You can include the whole family easily. Your gratitude list might include everyone jotting something down each day. Asking your children what they are grateful for around the dinner table is perfect. Or asking them what they are grateful for before they leave for school will start their day on a positive note. If you live miles away from your loved ones or haven't been able to get together, we can be grateful that we have such amazing technology. We can pick up the phone or even see their faces via the internet. Remember, it hasn't been that long since we would only have had expensive long-distance calling or a letter in the mail. When you express gratitude openly when connecting with others, you may shift into a greater sense of appreciation even for some of the things we take for granted. There's nothing wrong with your children hearing about how great it is to have these conveniences. Look at the people around you. When was the last time you thanked them for the things that they do? Even if it was something that you think they just should do. Cleaning up, pitching in, going to work. When we express gratitude, it brings stronger connection in relationships. Employees even work more productively for an appreciative employer. Besides saying please and thank you whenever you have the opportunity, make it a weekly habit to thank someone out loud, in person or in writing. Keeping in mind that this has a huge positive effect on the thanker as well as the person being thanked. You could ask your kids to pick a new person each week, bringing attention to all of the great people they have in their lives. We can always find something to be grateful for. If you're beginning an exercise routine and you are slipping into how difficult it is, notice that you're beginning at the beginning. How thankful you can be for having the ability to begin at any level, working upward from where you are, not dwelling on what you cannot do. In each task we perform, we can be grateful for having the ability to do them. Appreciation in our home, our work, our situation does not mean that we may not strive for something different. It is simply not putting off being happy. It is noticing what we can be happy about all along the way. We can be grateful that we have a bathroom to clean, a bed to make, food to prepare. We discussed journaling in a previous episode. Gratitude journals are a great way to bring attention to this new habit. It assists in focusing our mind on what we are happy and excited about, bringing more attention to opportunities of happiness and gratitude. The habit of journaling can begin at any age. We can fill a book with photos, drawings, or pictures cut from magazines. There are even gratitude journals that are pre-printed with some questions and comments that can help you get started. Take 5 minutes each day to look around and make some mental notes about what you are grateful for. It could be the sun shining in a window or your favorite comfy sweater. Sharing those observations with those around you will keep you focused, as well as encouraging appreciative behavior in others. Gratitude doesn't only shape our future, it also can lighten our pasts. Recalling experiences with a focus on what we appreciated, sharing positive memories of people we have lost or places we have been, can give us a sense of being fortunate as opposed to dwelling on what we are missing. The added bonus is that when we recall an event that has brought us joy or happiness, our wonderful mind will find more memories of happiness. And so the gratitude that we are practicing not only brightens our future, but can brighten our past as well. As you begin this shift in attitude, be kind to yourself. If you find yourself sliding into the old habit of stinking thinking, gently bring yourself back to the goal of feeling great, being positive, honestly looking at the layers of emotions and thoughts you are feeling, and adjust accordingly. Remember, the more you do it, the easier it will become. You will be bringing more joy to your own life and instilling a lifelong happiness attitude for your children and others around you. I think author and journalist Melody Beattie summed it up beautifully. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. In the past 4 episodes, we presented some explorations in topics that can enhance your well-being. We've touched on how we can benefit from meditation, how we can dig deep into our emotions or a situation to reframe, allowing us a more honest perception of what is at hand. In episode 3, the importance of letting our actions model behaviors which support happy, healthy growth for our children and others around us. We have drawn awareness to our own thoughts and actions, enhancing relationship and well-being. And in episode 4 are some resources to encourage mental well-being. Our intention was for these first 4 episodes to lay the foundation for some solid work to enhance self-care, peace of mind, and to offer parents and caregivers some personal tools that make sense and are easy to incorporate in their most important job of raising children. We hope that you have enjoyed this first of 4 episodes, which will look at some root thoughts and actions. Simple and uplifting, these concepts are all around us and have always been. Sometimes I think they're so simple that we forget they are such important ingredients for a happy, healthy human existence. Or perhaps we just get too busy. Thank you for taking the time today to join us. We will end this episode with a short meditation on gratitude and hope to see you next time.
Unless you're listening to this while driving or participating in any activity that requires your full attention, you can just sit back, close your eyes, and notice your breathing. You don't have to make it deeper or slower, just notice. When we notice our breath, it's just a lovely way to let our mind and our body know of our intention to relax. You can imagine walking down a beautiful path on a lovely summer day. The sky is blue. Wisps of white clouds off in the distance as your body settles in deeper and deeper. You can imagine a nice steady stride, arms swinging gently by your sides as you begin noticing the colors around you, the shades of green, of the leaves and the grass, spots of color of wildflowers, and that nice fragrance on the air of summer. How wonderful it is that you can notice all of the little things around you that bring you such peace and calm, joy and happiness. And as you're noticing the beauty in the clouds, the vibrant colors, you also notice how those feelings of peaceful calm move through your body, and the rhythm of your stride lets you relax. Peaceful, calm, safe, content. How all of those little things in your life that bring you joy, happiness. Doesn't it make sense that when we notice all of the things there are to be grateful for, it brings us a feeling of being uplifted? Sometimes we're very grateful for the little things that we have. The kind words that somebody says to us, grateful for the time that we've spent with people, perhaps that we don't get to see again, or that we don't get to see enough of. We can be grateful for the time spent, and that can leave us with a feeling of peacefulness, of how lucky we are, and how lucky we've been. It's so wonderful that we have the people in our lives, the children in our lives, that we're privileged to spend the time with them that we can. That attitude of gratitude that makes the simplest of times into the most wonderful times. That attitude of gratitude that allows us to recognize how fortunate we are to have a safe place to lie our head down at night, a roof over our head, even the simplest of meals on our table. How fortunate we are. And you notice that when you notice all of these blessings, that your attitude changes and shifts, and you can find that peace, that calm, and that happiness in our everyday, day-to-day life. What a wonderful gift it is to give that to your children and to those around you. There is a silver lining in every cloud. There are moments of peace and calm in every storm. And there is so much to be grateful for in our lives each and every day. And as you take a moment and take a breath, you understand very, very deeply that your thoughts are your thoughts. Your mind is your mind. And your attitude, your perception of the world around you is in your control. We can give these gifts to our children so very, very easily, and you know this to be true. And you can take a moment to relax, take a nice deep breath, and as you open your eyes, I just know you're going to look forward to a wonderful day filled with happiness and gratitude.